You also provide them with kegerator,
Yeah.
CO2 cylinder, glassware, branding. How do you set up a price for that without leaving money on the table?
We suffered few losses. We have started taking deposits.
What is the difference between a beer and a craft beer?
If you know the meaning of craft, it is like brewed with personal attention, with small batches, using finest quality of raw materials.
Restaurant, bar, or bar just closes down, and you have a lot of things that you supply. How do you look after it? How do you solve that?
There are few brands who let us know कि like there are few issues. We are going to shut it in a month time. But there are few outlets. आज restaurant चल रहा रहता है, कल morning it is shut. I am little bit associated with politics. अगर प्यार से दे रहा है तो प्यार से, नहीं तो फिर.
So, coming from a very noob kind of question, so what is the difference between a beer and a craft beer? Because you mentioned that craft beer is different kind of taste, and also I've not tasted, so I might be the total wrong person to even think about it. So, I want to understand the difference between a normal beer and a craft beer.
Okay, so it's if you know the meaning of craft, it is like brewed with personal attention, brewed with small batches, brewed with using finest quality of raw materials. So that's why we called it craft. Okay, so the main difference is like when you talk about bottled beers or canned beer, it
So, is
has.
it not brewed at all? It's just put in and given.
No, no, no. That see, those beers are also brewed, okay. But the main difference is the quality of raw material used in commercial beers like Kingfisher, Tuborg, Sab Miller, Budweiser versus the raw material used in our beers is completely different, okay. They make use of sugars, additional enzymes, preservatives, etc. in those beers, whereas our beer are totally made from organic raw materials. Okay, we make use of only malt, hops, yeast, and water. No chemical, no preservative. Our
No
beer,
sugar or
yeah, sugar. मतलब we don't add additional sugar in it.
okay.
We
So you let it brew to a natural
Yeah, the
taste.
natural sugar which is present in the barley or the malt, what we brewers we call. So we make use of only that kind of sugar. But when you talk about commercial, they add actually the sugar what we consume. Okay,
Okay.
so that is a difference. No chemical, no preservative. When you talk about craft beers, you have different flavors in craft beers. Like you have wheat beer, lager beer, IPA, stout, porters.
Yeah.
Okay, when you talk about bottle beer, now you have few flavors in bottle, but if you're talking about 10 years back, there was only lager beer which was available in the market in bottle. Okay, India was still India is mainly dominated with lager beers. Okay, but now if you see, there are wheat beers coming up in market, there are stout beers coming in the market, there are porters beer coming in the market, cider has been coming up, meads are coming up. So craft is more about experimental brews, making use of good raw material, making smaller batches, giving more attention to the each and every specific element which is involved in making beer. And when you talk about normal beer, it is all about industrialization. It is commercial beers. They are producing,
Whatever in mass they can produce
mass.
at
They
a
are mass
time.
produced. They are full of chemical preservative. So that's the main difference.
That's the main difference. So, I wanted to understand Barba does not sell just beer, but you also provide them with kegerator,
Yeah.
CO2 cylinder, glassware, branding. So, essentially, setting up a mini craft beer structure
Yeah.
and equipment maintenance, everything is done by you. So, how do you set up a price for that without leaving money on the table?
Uh, so very initially, though we didn't charge anything for this setup, but nowadays we suffered few losses also because of all those things. Because क्या होता है, whenever you are putting up all this setup, certain there are few people who are not willing to pay you.
Yeah.
Then there are few places which get shut because of any reason. So there also we suffered losses. But now we have started taking deposits for setting up the kegerators, CO2s and all. So that's the thing. And whenever we are selling our beer also now, we keep a certain percentage of our pricing for all these things, so that we can recover the money which we have invested for kegrators, CO2 cylinder, flash chillers, everything, through that beer pricing only. Because we need to see, firstly, beer pricing involves your excise duties. So that is
Also the licenses and all you have
licensing,
to.
excise, so that is all governmental part. The second part is your raw material. The third part is your rentals, your salaries, your marketing, and fourth part is the investment what we have done against this kegrators and all.
Okay. So you have five beers, that is Moon, Nectar, Rice, Bevy, and Bold.
Yeah,
So everything from a Belgium wit to a Dunkelweizen,
yeah,
if I'm right,
Dunkelweizen, yeah.
Dunkelweizen. So one of them is rice, and rice is deeply Indian, but the other one is lager that you mentioned is German. So this is very different kind of fusion that we see. But what is the palate difference that you have seen that was in Scotland versus in India?
So there is a vast difference between the palate. Uh, if you talk about Indian
And are
beer,
they open to something like that? Are they taking interest in a German kind of beer?
so yeah, I'll say ki now, from past 3 to 4 years, people have started, like, they are like, now I'll say ki abhi, after trying different kinds of beer, now they are accepting this kinds of beer. But still it is not very authentic beer, what you get in European countries versus what you get in India. Okay, it is sort of a Chinese food. Like Indian Chinese is different, and
Then the
China
Chinese,
Chinese is different.
it's too
Okay,
bland, you
yeah,
can't eat.
exactly. But there is few masses of people who have started accepting this kind of beers. Talking about the rice, what you mentioned, barba rice. So in that we have made use of Indrayani rice.
Oh,
So Indrayani,
it's a
so
very local kind
yeah,
of
so we had a like vision, you can say, or we wanted to experience something which is local, as well as the malt which has been used in it is from Germany. So it's a fusion of
of India and
Germany and
German.
Germany. Second thing, we have a German wheat beer. So it is somewhat authentic. We have tried to even mimic the water quality what you get in Germany. So by
But
adding
is it
different,
acceptance is higher?
yeah, yeah, people are
People are.
liking it, but it's not as much as people are liking like Indrayani rice lager or Belgian wheat beer. So so you have two kind of crowd in this. One is like the very niche crowd, like 10% who like this beers, like German wheat beer, stout, cider, nectar. And then there is 90% of the crowd who like the traditional beers, like abhi jaise people are drinking Kingfisher from long time now. So
Right.
they can't suddenly shift on wheat beers, because wheat beers are heavy bodied beer.
And
They
they are
have a
not
different,
sweet.
no, they are sweet actually. They are
Okay.
sweet, heavy bodied, but their palate is different. Okay. And lager beers are light bodied beer, so it is easy to drink. So person who is having Kingfisher or Budweiser or London Pilsner, LP, what you say, you might be not knowing, but वो वाला crowd अचानक से shift नहीं होगा. So they are taking some time to shift, but I have a good response for my wheat beers also. But the hot selling beer is your rice lager, because it is a lager beer and people are drinking that beer from long time. Of course, the difference between the normal lager and our lager is we have Indrayani rice flavored in it. So it's a twist in the
Twist.
normal lager beer.
Right.
So it's like that.
That's interesting. So, how did you land up having your first client for selling your own beer?
So again, so since I'm into this field from past 12, 13 years, I have good connects with people who are food bloggers, or you have especially craft beer bloggers.
Hmm.
Okay, so they are good friends of me. Then again, since I'm working for, like as I mentioned, I'm working for a lot of the drinks. So I know managers over there, Pan India. I'm working for ITC, so I know them. So via them I got my clients over here. So yeah, my first clientele was Craft Bar BKC. It's a place in BKC. It's still working. So it came to me via friends only. So since I've spent
So
so
it's
many
a
years.
network that helped you get
Exactly,
your first
exactly,
client.
exactly.
So I wanted to understand what all of a sudden one of the restaurant bar or the bar just closes down, and
Hmm.
you have a lot of things that you supply to them. That is the kegerator, CO2 cylinder,
Right.
glasswares, and all. So what toll does it take on your business, and how do you look after it? How do you solve that
Hmm.
problem?
So as
Has it
mentioned,
ever happened with
yeah,
you?
many times it is happening now also. Like so that earlier, that's why I mentioned ki now after our brand has been established, we have started taking deposits. So there are few brands who let us know ki like मेरा outlet है अभी there are few issues. We are
Hmm.
going to shut it in a month time. So you can, after probably once all the beer has been finished in the kegs and all, we are not going to order it. You can take up your setup back. But there are few outlets who shut suddenly. Like आज restaurant चल रहा रहता है, कल morning it is shut because any reason it can be.
No intervention,
No,
nothing.
nothing. But then there we have to do a little follow up and all.
So
So
getting back your things
getting back
is the
our things as then I'm little bit associated with politics also. So फिर थोड़ा सा वो
politically help you
politically
get.
phone bin करके we are able to fetch the things which we have given them. Few things we don't get back like glassware and all, तो they say कि वो
They say
अभी
टूट
that is
गया नहीं
टूट
रहा.
गया है या वो use हो गया है and all. But big things like kegs हो गए,
हाँ,
kegerators हो गए,
CO2
CO2
cylinders
cylinders
and
हो
all.
गए, that we,
That's a heavy cost.
yeah, that we get back by using any kind of means. Like अगर प्यार से दे रहा है तो प्यार से, नहीं तो फिर
But you need, I think, political sources to
yeah,
just
yeah,
get few things sorted.
yes.
So what was that one lowest point when you just started, or maybe like over a period that Barpa was going to survive or not? Have you ever faced anything like that?
Yeah, मतलब not only barber, like in any business
Lowest
there
point
are
will come.
yeah, there are always highs and lows. So not only barber, like even for my consultancies, like there were very highs, like wherein in a month I achieved like 2 3 consultancies. Then the lows are like whenever even if it is not your fault, you tend to lose those consultancies because of any reason. It can be then
Hmm.
you have to pay your guys over there, so
Right.
that is a setback. When it comes to barba, again getting the license and all, and so at the end, like after probably 1.5 year, it like ये अभी नहीं करना है, थक गए, because running everywhere, not getting the licenses. So even that is low point. So always there are always lows, but then कभी कभी ऐसे होता है कि एक दिन में you are dispatching 1,000 liter of beer, so that is again a good thing. So it's always low, high. Then there are sometimes there are governmental issues,
Hmm.
local governmental issues. So